gas, ain't no slowing down.
And we're back for another episode of A Shocking Good Time. Again, my name is Hector Pino.
I'm Elijah Pino.
And I'm B. Pino.
And we are the Pinos. What's going on, guys? We've had a pretty exciting year. We're in the fourth quarter now, just starting. And it's been fun, a lot of fun. We've just got done celebrating my grandson's first birthday. We went to Disneyland.
We did.
It
was fun. And Obi did not, he just intrigued with everything, was not scared of Mickey at all.
Yeah, he sure wasn't.
Nope.
He I felt like he wanted to be scared a little bit of the costumes, but I automatically showed him hey, these
shut it down.
They're friendly, right? They're not gonna do anything to you.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was a good time. The beginning of the year, we set out to accomplish a bunch of goals for this year, and man, I feel like we were on track. A lot of success.
In quarter two was oof.
Quarter two was rough.
Quarter two, I don't know. We had a lot of a lot of people leave and things, so it was a rough moment. But we came back in quarter three, slugging and punching and scratching and everything through.
Yeah, it was $1 million quarter, man. It was good.
Yeah.
It was close to $1 million. It wasn't.
Yes.
It wasn't $1 million.
Sorry. What was
it? Was
it?
$997,000.
Okay.
No, $993,000. Sorry, it was $7,000 off.
We were $7,000.
No, okay, so just on the Apex side, but I mean that's
Oh,
not.
you're talking about yeah.
Collectively, man,
Oh,
with both businesses going, man, we're well over $1 million just in quarter three. It was good.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
for sure.
and I can honestly just say what a relief to hear that, and even just our accountant come back from doing our taxes after a rough 7-8 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to hear you are positive, and to hear wow, okay, let's start really thinking about what we're doing.
More specifically, you're talking about 2024.
Yeah, 2024. We were positive, and that felt nice to hear that. I don't think we've heard that in a long time.
Well, that just contributes to not having the right people on the bus, and
Right.
and not being afraid to make hard decisions.
Right, and I think what I was gonna say. I think years back we really wanted to grow our company, and us not really knowing business too well, it was one of those moments we started adding before we really thought of a plan, and it didn't go too well. So now looking at it from the past, just looking at everything we went through to getting here, it makes a lot of sense, even though it was hard.
I think the pivotal moment for me, at least, you guys could chime in or tell me what your guys' thoughts are, but the pivotal moment for me is when we started to get coached. When I started to get coached with CEO Warrior, having Kevin and Jason in our corner, kind of giving us more clarity of what I needed to do. At least for me, it was huge for me. It helped me systemize some of the processes that I needed to incorporate to be better.
Yeah, I can agree on that. I think when you say pivotal as far as us making changes and things, I think it's the coaching has progressed, it's accelerated our growth, if that makes sense. Because I think one of the things that I could say about you, Dad, is that last year being with CEO Warrior and coaching, I think one of the things that you focused on the most out of all three of us in here is mindset. I think that's something that you've pushed a lot, mindset, and also your just self-development as far as who you are subconsciously. For me, I think I've done a little bit of that, but for me specifically, I think I've pushed a lot more processes in place. KPIs, yeah, because I know that's something you've talked about. Mm-hmm. I think learning from Lizer, Josue Solis specifically.
My friend, Josue.
Yeah, there's a lot of knowledge out there, and I think what CEO Warrior started was that the initiation of like, hey, there is other ideas out here that are around us, and we're not looking for them. If that makes sense, I think they opened our eyes to the different ideas and things of people in the trade. I think the one thing about being a contractor and working in the trades with these other contractors around us is other contractors, and I say this, and I say this in the most like humble way, because I don't think our shop is anywhere as big as some of these bigger companies, but the smaller contractors, right? The stuff that stops them from growing, specifically the one thing that I completely think that it stops them from growing, is their unwillingness to go out and ask other contractors for help.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because I feel like they're probably a little too, in my opinion, they're probably a little too like egotistical. I feel like that like the ego gets in the way. They don't want to be wrong, and
Pride, fear.
pride, yeah. Like they are scared of, I guess, being wrong. I think more than anything, I think that's what it comes down to, and it maybe not all of it is like being scared of being wrong. Also, like you said, it's being afraid of stuff, not being burned. That's one I've heard a lot too. And that's like from the older crowd specifically, like business owners. Like I've listened, because we've sat down with so many business owners and like talked to other contractors, and I think for the people that are a little older that own a business, their biggest concern is not being burned.
They're later in their years, man, and they got money that they don't know that they can recover from losing, right? I mean, like, think about it. Like, we lost over $1 million because of a bad decision. Right. And the people that are maybe our age and are maybe a little older, they're not willing to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, it took them a lifetime just to earn that little bit of money.
Yeah, well, I've heard just the other day, it's like the first thing you want to do if you go in and buy a company, you want to get rid of the owner.
Yeah.
Because the owner has all this idea of like what we're not going to spend.
Right.
And
Right.
that's something I've had to really look at ourselves, like be open-minded. I had one of our employees tell me yesterday, sorry, if I'm pushing back too much. I'm like, no, who would I be like if I didn't take the knowledge from these younger people that are so full of everything that's happening now, the trends, everything. So
Right.
I want to say, like, really one of the biggest things I learned this year, which was pretty tough, because we went to a class and what they talked about was the minute you start a business, you should go in with the mentality that you're going to sell your business. And I was like, no way did I ever think like that at the beginning. Like, I really felt like this is our baby. We're going to nurture it. We're going to grow it. We're going to give it to our kids, and they're going to continue. And I just felt like, oh my gosh, that was such a big slap in the face, because I felt like I was behind, like really behind. Like, if I had that mentality when I started.
It's for me, it's the same mentality as like, hey, your cousins are coming over, your family's coming over. Like, what do you do when your mom says that, or when your parents say that, hey, clean up the house, right? It's the same concept. Like, if you treat your business as, hey, we're going to sell this company, like, we're going to clean this thing up as nice as possible for the new people that are coming in, right? So that's the way I look at, like, that concept. Like, hey, get your business ready. Like, act as if you're selling it. Clean up the house.
The whole purpose of building your business to sell it is, even though they say build your business to sell it, even if you're not going to sell it. Yeah. Why? Because it's a pivotal moment. You want to be in position, because you never know. Life happens, right?
Right.
And if life happens, like, what if it's the deal of a lifetime, right? What if it's, I heard it said, I was listening to a podcast the other day, and the guy says, this PE company comes in and, hey, we want to buy your business, and just give us a crazy number. Give us a crazy number of what it would cost, what it would take for you to walk away from your business. And the guy gives them, like, I don't know, I think it was like $15 million, which is not like crazy a lot, but that was his crazy number, right? And they said, well, we'll give you $25 million for your company. And they're like, what the heck, man? Because when they broke it all out, and ran the numbers and measured it with EBITDA, that's what it was valued at.
Yeah.
And they gave him $25 million.
He asked for
man.
15 and they gave him 25.
Yeah, because that's what it was valued at, man.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's an honest buy right there, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and just to be clear, we're not selling, but we started to really look at everything. We've been approached
Several times.
Yeah, and we're like, okay, we've never thought about selling, and after we started getting approached, and first time was a bit of an insult, and then we were like, okay, we need to inform ourselves. We need to learn. We didn't know things like EBITDA and things like that, and so KPIs and scaling your business and intangible items and just all those things that we felt like just were foreign to us, I feel.
Customer acquisition cost.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of that stuff.
What the heck?
What sold per hour? What is it?
Your
sold hour tool?
Your
Yes.
sold hour tool.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. I think
all of those.
yeah.
All of those.
The fastest way of learning all that stuff is
CEO Warriors taught us.
Oh yeah, well, but I'm talking about like when you have the opportunity to.
Yeah.
Like I remember like first meeting we had with CEO Warrior when they were talking about all these different things, KPIs, the sold hour, the customer acquisition costs. I felt like I was a fish out of water, and I felt like there was a lot of other people in the room or in that Zoom meeting that probably felt the same way. It's just it's how much you kind of like input during those moments is what you're gonna get out of it. Like I can guarantee you, like the amount of people that was in those Zoom meetings with us when they're talking about all that stuff, more than half of them don't understand what what we're talking about. But everyone wants to act like they do know, and I don't know. I think in order to get the most out of those type of trainings, you have to be the dumbest one in the room. I guess like ask the questions, like be the one,
be humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe definitely the listener definitely gains more knowledge than the person talking.
Well, I was on a Zoom today. Me and you were on a Zoom today, and the guys was saying, they asked him how did you become so successful, and he says, well, I was just a good student. I listened. Mm-hmm. I listened. So listening is a good attribute to have, and the next good attribute to have is to be an action taker, man. Listening is good, but you got to take what you've heard and implement it, man. And you have to do it very, very aggressively. And you're gonna make mistakes along the way. Don't get because you're never gonna just get it right or just perfect. But you got to put in the reps for it to be good, right? You got to put in the reps for you to perfect the process. There's always something to learn. We're talking about marketing earlier, and well, what about this with social media? And what about that? And is this gonna work? Is that we don't know until we try it, period to the end. I mean, we know what's working for us with Google and how we're, marketing our business there and what our SEO company is doing. But we really never entertained the social media part. We put a lot of content out, but how far is it reaching, right?
Really good content.
Yes.
At that.
High quality content.
Yeah.
Thanks to Tommy. Tommy's our guy. Tommy Guns.
Who says it's almost Friday.
It's almost Friday.
Every day at our huddle. Like to talk about our huddle a little bit.
Yeah.
Like specifically like
just what
like how you put it together, what it is.
When we didn't have it, and
I was talking to Kevin about that today actually. I meet with Kevin. Well, I'm supposed to be meeting with Kevin every Friday. Today was like the first day I met with him, like in the last month. But so we didn't have a huddle before CEO Warrior. I remember the first time we went to Atlanta in May of last year. They said the biggest thing takeaway that I had from that whole that meeting with them in Atlanta was clarity and alignment. That was the thing that they
and accountability.
They preached about the most that meeting, and understanding the importance of how much more effective your team is if they are all working in unison. Like they understand exactly like when a problem arises. Everybody knows about it.
The process.
And everybody understands, like, we need to get this like, prioritize what needs to get done first. Like, if everybody has that knowledge, you're going to be the most, like, successful out of a lot of these companies. So that was one thing they pushed, and they said the first thing that they recommended that we do is do a huddle, because every morning you meet, you're able to talk about your problems. Not that they're bad. Like, addressing stuff is very important.
Good or bad.
Also the wins. We talk about the wins.
Yeah, addressing the bad stuff too. Like, I guess sweeping the dirt out from under the rug, like getting it out, because it's not good to keep it there. But anyway, stay on topic. We started the huddle a little bit after our training in May of last year, and I think we started doing it the first one like on paper, and then I remember that Service Titan has forms in it, so we do our huddle form out of Service Titan, and that took me probably about a week to design that kind of, and it's changed a couple times since we started it. So, but I think overall for the huddle, it's we have targets. We have daily targets for revenue, collects, and sales. And then we have new construction. That was one that we added probably a few months back just because new construction wasn't a part of the huddle for a little bit. But I think we all need targets, right? Every department of the company needs targets.
You know, I want to shout out my Andres, man. He's our $1 million man, is what I call him, man. And I'm super grateful. Not to go off topic,
No, you're good.
But my goodness, man, that guy has been a blessing to me. Like, what?
Right.
I mean, it's the kid, and he's not a kid, but he's a kid to me. But he has been able to just get our construction side of things, the bidding, like all the paperwork, all the back end stuff. Oh my gosh, man! Like I can't thank him enough, man.
Right. And I think Hector, for the longest time, he was looking for somebody like that, and
He's the best that we've ever had.
yeah.
Ever. In the whole history of our company, hands down, the guy is crushing it.
No,
Yeah.
he's
In his department, of course, because we have a lot of.
Oh, well, I mean, assisting me in my department,
Yeah.
in the new construction.
Yeah.
Everybody that's ever crossed my path in life, Andres has blown them all out of the water.
Yes.
Every
Yes.
one of them.
All office work. For sure.
yeah. So we added Andres's section of the huddle in a couple months back, and just trying to keep all of our departments measurable. I think that's another important factor. Like I think that's important in the company, making every like position measurable. Like, are you doing your job or not?
Right. Accountability.
Yes. Like same thing with Tommy. I know like every morning we ask Tommy, okay, what post are you posting? And then I don't get to always check if you actually post everything you say you're gonna post or not, but yeah. But that's where the other part where I feel like we still aren't doing everything we're supposed to be doing is like scorecards, because that's another thing. Yeah. Keeping track of everybody.
You know what I do know about Tommy is he knows when Friday is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's always something to implement. You know, it's never gonna like end, right? Like just when you think that we have our huddle down, we have our KPIs down, we have all like there's a scorecard to implement, we have DEF CON to implement. I mean, there's all these things that are gonna make us successful, man. Yeah. And the way that we're gonna grow our company is just by tweaking, adjusting, pivoting. Because it never stays the same. And just when you think that we got it dialed in, it changes.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Well, like the one thing that I'm working on right now for our next 90-day, the fourth quarter, is like the marketing, the digital marketing specifically, because we haven't really done it for the Apex side. We've done it for EPS, and since we were kind of rebranding this entire time, we didn't focus on the digital marketing at all. We did for a little bit, and we did. I sat down with Google. I talked to them. I did our Google local service ads. I did pay-per-click, and Josue actually from Lee's, he helped me out with that a lot. And I think it is a solid return on investment. But we did it for electrical power source. We didn't do it for Apex. And now that we have all these other services that we're gonna offer with Apex, like HVAC, the electrical, and the remodeling, we will have so much more different types of calls coming in. Right now, we have a lot of electrical calls, and we have some remodeling calls.
Yeah.
But if we market correctly on the digital side, it will get a lot more leads.
You know what I'm really proud of from last year to where we're at this year. You know, we've done $1 million more, and we're not even done with the year.
Right.
$1 million more.
Yeah, we still have one more quarter.
We got one more quarter left, man, and I'm super excited, man. I'm super excited. I see the growth. I see, you know, it's different energy in the office for sure. It's certainly a different, and I feel like the urgency. Everyone's excited. I'm excited. I know I'm excited because I want to retire.
Yeah. Before we retire, let's congratulate Elijah for his
Oh
C20.
yeah, C20, man.
Talking about HVAC, yeah.
Yeah. So we got our
Tell us
HVAC.
about that.
Yeah, so I started for the C20 test specifically.
The journey.
Yeah, I started last year in October. I took the law class and I passed it like first time. And then right after, I think it was like October 11th when I took the law class, I wanted to take the HVAC class and got approved for it. I scheduled it for like October 24th or something. Failed it. I got like a 38% on it. Like, that's the first time I took it. And I took it 6 more times after that before I passed it on the 7th time this last time. And that was, I mean, you know, I mean, both of you know, because you guys both took the contractors tests. Like they're not easy tests.
They're not easy, especially when you're not a tradesman. Like you were never in the field, son. To like, hey, I'm gonna go take this contractor's test, and you've never been out in the field. You've done all the behind the scenes work, all the office stuff, the admin stuff. You've been a part of construction for many years.
Yeah.
But to jump in, just like you, like, what do you know about swinging a hammer? I mean, like, other than us building our house, like, right? But persistence and the will to win and the will to overcome is was huge, man. That's how you were able to pass. That's how you were able to pass. Just not giving up. You know?
Yeah, I mean, and now, I mean, obviously we have to oversee projects and know that, you know, we've had to learn a lot of things about the actual trade.
Right.
Because you do gain that knowledge. You can't just not. You
No,
know,
right.
once you have that license, it's like you're talking about it.
Yeah.
You're in it.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
looking at it. You're,
Right.
you know, you have to go see the customer sometimes. You got to know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's
No,
all important.
That's the cool part. I think right now where I'm at as far as like knowledge, I'm able to carry a conversation about HVAC. Like I understand like how.
Well, all the
works and stuff.
studying that you put into it, man.
The one thing that I do want to mention about like that whole test and stuff is like how much there was a lot of pressure on me, to be honest. Honestly, a lot of pressure, and it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. A lot of people like. I had a couple I had a couple breakdowns, man. I mean, it's just it is what it is. Like it happens, you know. I did too much like studying at some time, and then sometimes I didn't feel like I was studying enough, and it's just the amount of stress that was just on me during that moment. It lasted for a while, from October to this last month. So after I passed it, I felt like a lot of like the stress.
sense of relief.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Relief, I mean.
lot of relief after I passed it. But there's already things that we're working on after passing that test too. We have other tests that I want to take and stuff. So so that was a new mountain to climb. How Dad says all the time.
Yeah. Case in point to that, you were on the last test. You didn't even tell anybody. I just happened to see it come through my email, and I was like, taking this test. And I went over there, and he's like, I don't want nobody to know.
Yeah.
He's just, you know, that fear of like failing again and having to tell everybody. It's rough.
You know, the support that we got, even though you didn't pass those couple of times, man, you know, I'm grateful for the people that we have in our lives, you know, even like our good buddy from New York, Dave Stewart, man. Like, he was Elijah's accountability guy.
Dave texted me every day for a month. Hey, did you get your studying in today? Like every single day. And Dave was part of the Marine Corps, so like I know he has a lot of he has a lot of accountability, you know, like that's his big thing. And the time that he held me accountable, I mean, even I didn't pass the time either, but I mean, I felt like I made a lot of stride during that month anyway, you know. So all the time and effort that people put into it paid off, you know.
It's people like that, man, who you just can't help but love. You know what I mean? Dave is a great guy, man. I hope soon when we take another trip out to the East Coast, we can go do a shop tour at his facility and just meet his people and kind of just see their process and how he does things. And if there's ever a person that you want to glean from his character or his way of being and just his hospitality, that's the guy, man. He's solid, man. He ever since I met him, man, he's a good man. He's a good man.
Yeah.
Hey, so in regards to our complex.
Yeah, what do we got going on here?
So I know we're going to be doing a couple of things. So I know that you wanted to implement events here, which would be like we're doing...
So this month we're going to do another farmer's market.
Farmer's market
For the fall. Of course, all things fall. We just want to do something nice for the community. We are going to be posting something to bring out vendors again. So we'll have some food, music, things like that. Just probably have I don't know, a big screen out here. Maybe we can have some scary movies on. I know somebody who makes scary movies, Tommy. Tommy does it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, just community. And we do have a couple of offices. I know that we're finishing one, but the other one's ready to go. We're still trying to rent that out.
I'm trying to get my barber to get in there so we don't have to go too far for haircuts, man.
Yeah.
We did some haircuts in there today to try to give him a little feel for it. So he did like 3 or 4 haircuts this morning there.
Yeah, I told him I got like almost 30 people here. Come on, what does that do for you?
That's good. But, I am grateful. We got Dr. Juan Carlos Gutierrez and his practice is our chiropractor. He's moving in and he's going to be taking on the big space.
Yeah.
So that's going to be good. And, man, we got a lot of exciting stuff happening, man.
Yeah.
I'm certainly excited.
Really want to just really help the community in everything we do. I know that Hector's been doing some great stuff on. You want to talk about that the board?
Oh, our foundation?
Yeah, your foundation.
Yeah, so I'm part of the foundation here at Washington Unified School District. So we raise money and we contribute to helping for scholarships for the high school. We also do raise money for not just money, but what is it, like the coat drives and just different things that we contribute money to just help out the needs that's within the school district. So it's not specifically for the high school, but for all the schools that feed into our district. So it's been quite a blessing, man. We've been able to give I think last year's scholarship, the highest person with the highest GPA, his name was Marcos. Man, he earned like $5,000. Like they gave him $5,000, or we did at least. So we have an annual foundation dinner or an event, and it just passed, and so that was a bunch of fun. So we just continue to do our best to be a blessing to our school district, and I'm excited to be a part of the board. I'm happy that I'm there and just contributing.
Right. One of the things they are doing through partnering through the community schools is they are collecting coats right now. And we have a bin in our office if anybody is interested in bringing a coat by, gently used or preferably new, for sizes kindergarten through high school, right? Yeah. So we are collecting coats here as a company and a team, but
do they have a goal?
I think there's about how many buckets? Is there like 15?
So they have barrels.
No, how many were there?
There was 20 barrels that I picked
20.
up, and I think as of right now they've collected over 100 jackets already.
They have a total number of jackets they wanted to collect?
They didn't give a total. They just whatever. And if I remember correctly, Jackie told me that they're even going to be handing them out to parents as well at the event. So the more the merrier. The more the merrier. I mean, we got to do our part and giving and helping and just contributing, man. I mean, like it's been pretty exciting. Anything else to touch on?
Elijah, do you have anything else?
End of year stuff?
We touched on HVAC already. That was probably the main thing that
was the big. What's next? What are we adding? What are we adding? We're gonna add plumbing.
That's what you guys want to do, right?
Yeah.
But I won't be taking that test.
Yeah, no. Junior's gonna take the plumbing test, and I think it's gonna be exciting. I'm really excited to see our company be a well-rounded and diverse company. We are here to serve our community. We're here to serve the people that cross our paths, and I think being able to do that in the trades is huge, man.
Yeah. One of the things I go back to a lot is, talking about how we really didn't have the knowledge of being business owners. We didn't go to college for it. It wasn't something that we were doing at the time. But, here we are, and everything we just talked about, collectively, I feel like we all have a lane that we're really good at, and so we just try to stay in our lane. Sometimes, some of us veer off, and we're like, "Go back to your lane." But overall, yeah, I didn't point fingers, okay? But honestly, if I can say anything, anybody out there that's listening to this, I know Elijah talked about people being afraid to ask, or maybe because of ego or pride or whatever. If there is anybody out there watching us that does want to know, I've heard people say that they help other companies, and I don't always know that is true for us, but that we've had people help us in every area. But I would be willing to just share a little bit of what we know.
100%.
Yeah.
I actually find a lot of like happiness in showing like what I've learned in service time. Service time is like there's so much in there. And I can
powerful tool.
I can go on and on about service time. There's yeah, it blows me away sometimes, like how things connect and like
Right.
what you can do. I didn't mean to.
No, it's fine. But just saying that, like, if you are a contractor in the trades, Service Titan is a software that we use.
The number one software in
Yeah.
the home service right now.
It's pricey, but it pays for itself. But Elijah, he specializes in what he's learned in that. Versus Hector and I. But it's definitely a good software. So, like I said, we would be willing to share our knowledge.
Yeah, if there's one thing I could say about Service Time that I don't like, is their customer service, man. I was on the phone with Service Time for 2 hours yesterday, and like that was actually a blessing for me, being able to talk to somebody for 2 hours in Service Time. But their customer service is not the best.
You need to call Tyson.
No, I've talked to Tyson, but I actually was there's so their customer service isn't as transparent. Like their process is not as transparent as I think it should be. Like there's a way to talk to customer service and get to the people you need to talk to like right away, like within probably 5-10 minutes. But unless you have that training, because service time is so in depth, like there's so much like little like underlying things that you have to know. Like for example, in order to, a lot of contractors are not going to know this, especially like the older crowd that's like not good with technology and stuff like that. I learned how to get on a call with Service Titan, but it took me like to get on a call with one of my I think they're called success advisors or something like that. I had to get on a call with him to explain that, and it's just a lot of time, and I feel like a lot of business owners don't have time to do that stuff.
Their headquarters is in Anaheim, man. I mean, from what I understand, we can take courses. You can go down there, do like
they charge for them, don't they? Or I think they do.
Yeah, I mean, even if they do, I mean, it's money well spent. You know what I mean? If we master that process, if we master that system, we have a good understanding. You know how much more value that brings.
Right.
Not only to our company, but to the people that surround us.
Yeah.
Right.
To our clients, to our vendors, to that tool is so powerful.
Yeah.
It's so powerful. Like
that one. Okay, I want to kind of retract some of my words. Like that one little thing that I just mentioned about the customer service thing. It definitely doesn't outweigh how good the system is. So
yeah, no, definitely. I mean, the reports and everything. I like the reports because I'm able to just look at everything, and Elijah deals with so much more on that platform. But it's been a really good system. At first, I was leery because again, the price. I look at pricing all the time and like, oh, I don't know.
The one thing I did start implementing, and I'm kind of like happy that I did it, was the service agreements. Service agreements, they're actually a lot more popular with HVAC, but we have a certain scenario on the electrical side too that we can use the service agreements for. It's for the monthly lighting inspections that we do for all the, like Manco Abbott here in Fresno. AJ Burden is another company. But we've been doing those for years, and I remember like the process for that before was all manual. Either you do an Excel sheet, you put down like the how many tubes we switched out, and this is how much per tube we're gonna charge, how many hours. Like it was a lot. But with the service agreements, like that took me like a solid week to put all that stuff together because it was like 13 different properties. But you essentially put a service agreement for the new year. So I sat down and did 13 contracts for 2026, and essentially what Service Time allows you to do is send those agreements to the customer. They sign off on them,
right?
And you can set it up to where the system automatically bills the customer, so you don't have to wait to get feedback from it. Like if you have a base rate on what you're charging them on a monthly basis, they'll automatically bill for it. ServiceTime will automatically bill it for you, and you won't even have to touch it. So
That's good.
it's just a lot of little processes and things.
Yeah, there you go. If you're a contractor, there's so much softwares out there. You definitely need to, implement softwares because.
Do your research for sure,
Yeah.
and then you implement what's good and what's
Yeah.
fitting for you. So,
Yeah.
well, I appreciate you guys. I think
Likewise.
we're gonna have a successful end of the year. I think our quarter 4 is gonna be the biggest in company history. I feel that's my prediction.
I think so.
$999.99 or over $1 million. What do you think?
Oh, we're gonna do
I
well
think,
over.
I
$1
think we'll
million.
do over.
We'll do
Yeah?
over $1 million.
I think we'll
quarter
do
4.
over.
All right.
Yeah,
With the HVAC specifically, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. I think our next year we'll be doing like probably 8 million next year.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. I really want to shout out, our project side, EPS. Man, it's brought us this far. It was the base, the foundation of everything, and never thought we would have 2 companies. And it's just been insane. And I really appreciate the longest standing employee.
Josh Tapia. Mr. Josh, man, that guy, I love Josh more than you know.
Yeah. Really want to just say that just because, he left us for a little while and then he came back and new man. He's been amazing.
Yeah. That's one thing that I could definitely like shout out EPS because the amount of guys that we have on the team, there's like 5 guys. I think it was probably up to like 8 at one point this year, but
Yeah.
we went down back to 5 guys. And just the amount of work that we're doing and putting in, like that's an army right there, dude. Like there's 5-man army,
Yeah.
and they're knocking things out. Like they're that. I think they'll hit 2.5 million by the end of the year, and it's just with those 5 employees.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, doing more with less.
Yeah.
crazy.
Andres, $1 million man. And then
Andres bidding and yeah, it's
the forefront, Josh, and everybody else helping. It's amazing. We finished Dutch Bros, which years back I was like, I want to do a Dutch Bros. Here we are doing a Dutch Bros.
Yeah, we got a lot of big projects
What
in
else?
the pipeline.
We have Car Park. And
We got a Hyundai dealership going on in Visalia. We have a Chipotle that we're doing in Hanford.
Is that what that car park place is? A
Yeah,
Hyundai?
it's going to be a Hyundai. Yeah, they changed it to a Hyundai. We're just closing a big deal for a cemetery. That was like a $1.5 million project. That was a good job. We got a bunch of forest work up in the mountains.
Forest work?
Forest, like up in like.
Oh, okay. I thought you said forest work. I'm like, no, we don't.
No.
No, we don't.
Don't take us back to the forest work.
No, the sequoia, the giant sequoia.
Hey, that's what I was gonna say earlier when I forgot. Like it's kind of completely off topic, but you guys are talking about like things that we've learned like being like in the office side and like me like learning the trade like for HVAC and stuff. The one thing that I can appreciate about the last 4 years of being like working in the office and stuff, I feel like I've learned so much about law too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
You talk to the attorney more than you've ever in your whole entire life.
I think
man.
I think I'm at this point I'm the only one that deals with the attorney at this point. So I think just that's not to get too off topic, but learned a lot through that too. I wanted to just mention that was
No, it's true. Well, the business has definitely taught us a lot.
yeah.
a lot to talk about, but anyhow, love you guys. You guys are amazing.
Thank
Love you
you.
too.
Love you too.
Yeah, and
Love you, Tommy.
Love you guys.
love you, Timmy. Yeah. So till next time, guys. We'll see ya.
Take care.